Good morning, Monday morning. Today is going to be one of the most insane days I've had in years. Heading to Tel Aviv now to meet with a guy I met through David Halperin from Optika Halperin, which is one of the biggest glasses and optics businesses in Israel. He also runs an organization, a movement about slander, speaking badly about other people. The dude I'm meeting this morning runs his social media. He does some of the coolest things with video editing, which means I'm bringing all my toys. I'm bringing my new DJI Mavic 2 Zoom, my DJI Osmo Pocket, this camera, and a couple of other toys to learn how to do some cool tricks with video editing. After that, meeting an old friend, Shlomo Weiss, who I've known for probably 30 years, and he's a tech exec, and we've never sat and talked shop. Then I'm heading to Monday.com to meet someone named Rotem, who's working on a new initiative with this company. Pumped to meet her. And a couple other meetings throughout the afternoon. This evening, heading to Barak Hachamo's house. I've been friends with this guy forever, basically, and now I'm fortunately working with him on C-Tree. He's a chairman and co-founder, and we're just gonna have wine, talk drones, talk farming, and finally, long overdue, I'm gonna get him on camera. So today is going to be nuts, but at 7 a.m. I won't be home before at least 11 p.m. So yeah, wish me luck. Let's do this. You know how I show you when I get really lucky with parking? Today was not that day. I circled Tel Aviv for like, I don't know, a half an hour to find parking. Just pulled into this lot, got very lucky, but wasted way too much time on finding parking. It's ridiculous that in 2019 this is still a thing. The guy I'm meeting, as I mentioned, is a video editing master. So I brought all the toys. I got my Mavic 2 Zoom. Not sure if we'll be able to fly in Sarona, I would imagine. We cannot. And I got my DJI Osmo Pocket. We'll for sure be able to get some cool video. Definitely will not be able to fly in Sarona. Maybe we'll go somewhere else. I don't know. I got some free time after this meeting, so maybe we'll extend the meeting and go play Love Sarona. It's a little hot, but it's a beautiful day. Dude, hands down, the most creative person that I know in video. What he just showed me, like in 2 seconds, just blew my mind. He is one of the most entertaining people on Instagram. His Instagram is D-U-D-I, Duddy, as in Hebrew, unfortunate name, Dudi Kepler. Yeah, don't ask, it's a thing. But anyway, follow him on Instagram. He's hysterical, he's super entertaining, and we're gonna do some cool stuff together. And there'll be more in future vlogs about his work and what he does with Loshon Hara and David Halperin. Super interesting dude. To Rothschild Boulevard and got parking from Epistema. So over the years, I always say this because it's true, I'm very, very fortunate to meet really remarkable people. That's true, that's just a fact, okay? Over the years, I've met some remarkable people. A couple of months ago, someone who I deeply love, Eric Reiner from Sinai Ventures, said to me, I need you to meet someone. Now, I've written articles, many articles, about how to make an introduction to people, and I say, tell people context, give people who are you meeting, give them context. You're making an intro between two people, say, listen, this is David, meet Michael. Michael does this, David does this, you guys want to meet? Great. He didn't give me any context. And I was like, all right, I'm going to meet this guy, David Halperin. I don't know anything about him, don't know who he is. I don't even think he told me your name. Maybe he did, I don't even know. You just got David, right. And then I was actually late to the meeting, thinking, I don't know who I'm meeting, this guy. He told me a little bit, we'll get to it. I freaking walk in, and I meet a legend. Dude, I'm like utterly embarrassed. First of all, I was late. Second of all, that I didn't bring the camera the first time we met. And third of all, that I didn't know about everything that you're doing and your backstory, and I don't even know where to start, but I'll start anyway. David Halperin, son of Rabbi Rafael Halperin, who started the biggest glasses business. That's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm gonna shut up for 1 second. Let's just give me your father's life in 30 seconds. What did your father accomplish in his life?
Wow, it's good to be hard.
Okay, try it.
He was the world champion in
wrestling, right?
Wrestling, yes. He was Dan 5 in karate. He built the Optica Halperin. They won 150 shops in Israel.
150 shops?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wrote 52 books.
52 books?
Yeah, about everything.
Crazy, yeah.
He make restaurants. He go. He build a hotel. He was actor. And
he was a real actor, like a movie actor.
Yeah.
Okay, so your dad was somewhat of a phenomenon. He was a phenomenon. He did.
He was a unique.
Okay, he passed away how many years ago?
8 years ago.
8 years ago. Okay. Now he had a lot of kids, and in his will, literally, he said to his kids, "Be careful not to talk about other people."
Well,
right?
Not good or bad.
Don't talk about other people
if you don't have some added value.
Right. And so you took this concept of not talking about other people and you went all in and you created a movement, one might say, which the name of the movement is, in Hebrew, Loshon Hara, which is, let's loosely translate it as slander. Lo medaber elai, doesn't speak to me. And it's a kind of a play on words, meaning don't talk about other people because that kind of behavior and that kind of doesn't speak to me. And give me, you have these bracelets that you give out, right? These bracelets. How many bracelets have you given out?
Almost 2 million.
2 million bracelets.
Yeah, we started, the movement started 12 years ago that I created this idea, the Loshon Hara lo medaber elai. It's a huge number between, in Hebrew, Loshon Hara lo medaber elai or Loshon Hara al tedaber elai. It means don't talk to me, or I'm not talking Loshon Hara.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
It's a different messaging.
Yeah,
different
absolutely.
Message. Okay.
And we started with stickers. It was 5,000 stickers. It took almost 2 years to spend because nobody know what it means. People know what it means Loshon Hara, but why need to put sticker on my car?
Right.
And then I make shirts for schools, and I started to talk about it very slowly because people didn't understand. The first time when I make advertising about buses, it was 8 years ago after my father passed away,
right.
And people don't understand because why someone go to spend money about something that he didn't go to get money for that. Okay, Loshon Hara lo medaber elai, people think that it's teaser,
right.
It's going to be Loshon Hara lo medaber elai, next week it's going to to be, but Mazda 3, yes.
I think it's an ad for something.
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
so this is very much a very important point here. This is not a business.
Absolutely
You're not making
not.
money from this. You're spending a lot of money on it.
Yes.
A lot of money on it.
Yes.
Okay, and what's interesting to me at least is you have activated some of the countries, some of the world's biggest celebrities who not only walk around with your bracelet, but who are your ambassadors, who take pictures on their Instagram and they're very proud of it. How did you do that? Who was at your birthday party? Come on, who was at your? It's very humble. Like I missed. We met like 2 weeks after his birthday party. I only heard about it from like it's like an urban legend. Who was at his birthday?
Wait for the next year.
All right, let's do it. Wait,
Yeah.
Where's that bag, dude? Where's the bag? Where's that bag? Where's the bag of stuff?
Like of the merchandise.
Put it on
Yeah,
camera.
we have like more than other merchandise. We have everything. From bracelet, we have almost 200 colors.
Amazing.
We have a pillow.
Oh, pillow.
Okay, we have pillow and
Show
we have
them
bells.
what else we got in here? Hit me,
Everything-
baby.
everything
Don't
from
throw
this
all the small.
movement.
There you go, baby. Whoa, slow down. Okay. No violence. There we go. The teddy bear. We got the
Everything
bag.
to remind us.
Wait, slow down.
Loshon Hara, it kills 3 people
I want
because
the speaker,
the speaker,
the receiver,
correct,
and who you're talking
then-
about.
Correct.
Love it.
People. So
Okay.
it's about
No.
things. No, it's enough.
Okay. So I wanna just focus this because I think it's obviously very meaningful and it's obviously a beautiful thing that you're doing, but people don't realize this is at its core, right? Your dad was obviously a very smart man because words right? And we watched this video before. If you haven't seen the video, The Power of Words on YouTube, highly recommend you watch it. It will change your life. Words, right? And I'm a marketing guy. I mean, I make a living on words, right? You know, you can say in that video, I don't want to ruin it, but it shows a video of a beggar sitting on the street, and he has a sign, and you know, he's getting a couple of coins. Then all of a sudden someone writes something on his sign, and all of a sudden people start throwing money, and it shows what she changed the sign to. I'm not going to ruin it. Go watch it. But words are very impactful, and not only for bad, for good too. You know, you could say hello, good morning to someone and change their day, right? But the bottom line is, it has nothing to do with religion. There's, as the famous saying goes, small people talk about other people. There's no reason to talk about other people. It's super detrimental, like you said, to all three people involved. And there's no reason to do it. And so, you know, we talked about the future of this, I don't even know what to call it, movement, revolution. You're going to build a global brand. You're going to go all in on this thing.
Absolutely.
And you're going to change the way people communicate. That's what you're doing. That's your goal, right?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Where can people hear more?
I tell you what, the people think if you hear that about some child take a gun and kill five friends on the school, all the newspaper got to be in the first because someone died.
Right.
But people didn't understand that words can kill.
Right.
So
100%.
many children go every day to the school, but inside he's died because he tell them you are a fat guy, you are ugly. Yeah. It's enough. Right. Words
ruins
can
lives.
kill.
Ruins lives. 100%.
So that means לשון הרע לא מדבר אליי. I prefer to choose the good.
Right.
I don't want to use words to kill other.
We know. I mean, people talk a lot about bullying and shaming, but it's all at the core. It's words. So listen, it's unbelievable what you're doing. Anything I can do to help you in any way, you know, of course, I'll be glad to do that. Just invite me to your birthday party, please.
You know, the Chafetz Chaim said, if one person talk one word less לשון הרע because of you, you make עולם הבא. So I think how many people got to use a lot less לשון הרע.
One time you're about to talk about someone, bite your tongue and don't talk about that person. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah, think maybe got to sit next to you. So you never say the same sentence if someone that's sitting next to you, because you don't know if it's true or not. Because normally לשון הרע you get from other hand, and it's 7 ends it's coming. It's maybe you get a story from Tel Aviv. When you go to Jerusalem, it's definitely it's changed.
So, you know, the famous, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, parable or whatever you want to call it, of feathers, right? When you speak badly about someone, it's like you're throwing feathers in the wind. You can never gather those feathers because you told him, he told her, he told him, and then all of a sudden you never get it back. You never get it back. So bottom line is, keep doing what you're doing. It's amazing. Anything I can do to help you, let me know. All right, man?
Thank you very much.
Big honor to meet you. Eric, give me context next time you introduce me to legends, dude. I've been following Monday before it was Monday, from the Pulse days. That was what it was called before Monday.com. Best rebranding in history. And basically, a couple of my friends started working here. I'm following the company pretty closely. Had an amazing meeting last week, and then I connected with this talented lady. What's your name?
Rotem.
And what do you do here?
Well, I'm in charge of anything online partnership.
Love it.
So we want to bring like really interesting people to share their knowledge and to learn how to use our platform.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
You should ask to have your title Chief Firgun Officer. You like that?
That's awesome.
CFO, Chief Firgun Officer.
I love, because Firgun is something that you like to do, and
it is the best. I always say it. There's a word in English.
No, for Firgun?
Yeah, like the best is like giving props, right? I always say you give other people props, you give them credit, you give them a stage. It's the best business.
Yeah.
And so, are you allowed to talk about what we're doing, or?
Yeah, sure.
So you're building Mondayers. You're building influencers that love this platform and want to help. You help them, they help you. Kind of a.
We want to help. We want to get them to connect with our users that use their content and their knowledge, and just to have like a better workflow and understanding of what they're doing. So
love it.
Yeah.
So it goes without saying. I mean, if it wasn't clear till now, anything I can do to help in any way, I'd love to help. I love it. I think it's actually a brilliant strategy that it is beyond me why not every single tech company is implementing, but it's good that you guys are. Yeah, seriously, let's keep it quiet.
Yeah.
But keep doing what you're doing. Let's walk
finish
around.
and then we'll do a case study about how.
Then everyone can copy us.
Sure.
All right, let's go walk around and see this place.
This is our marketing department.
Beautiful.
Which is really
What up?
Hi.
Say hi.
This is our SEO guy, which works really hard. As you
There you
can
go.
see. Kamal.
You're doing something. He's doing something right.
Yes.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my God, what? Why am I on your screen right there? Look, what?
At you.
What? What is that happening? Oh, because it's tweets. Oh, I love it, because I tagged you guys this morning. Oh, I freaking love it. That is epic, by the way. That's awesome. Okay.
Product in our CS and sales.
Love it.
Lovely CS. You know that one of our goals, like the main goals in Monday, is to answer any customer in less than 10 minutes.
That's awesome. This good-looking guy. Who are you? What's your name, real quick?
I'm Jonathan, Johnny.
The one and only.
Yeah.
What do you do here?
I'm part of the mobile team. This is an amazing mobile team that's making the Monday.com amazing app
Love
used
it.
by thousands,
Beautiful.
dozens of thousands.
Beautiful. What's this? What? What is happening right now? It is late in the evening and my thing is fogging up. Look at that. Because it was cold in my car and it is hot out here. It is like 8 p.m. I'm usually home by now. Wow, it keeps fogging up. 8 p.m. in Tel Aviv. This does not happen very often. I'm going to meet Barak Hachamov, the chairman and co-founder of C-Tree. What is going on with my lens? I've heard Barak has an epic porch in his place, so I'm going to check it out. And I brought my little friend, the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom. Holy cow, this lens keeps fogging up. This is bad news. Perhaps the most awesome porch in all of Tel Aviv. Look at this porch. This calls for droning. Look at this place. Talk about a bummer. We're like in the perfect setting for a drone. We're all fired up and it's a no-fly zone. Literally, it will not let me take off. Look at this. No-fly zone, cannot take off. Oh man, it would have been so perfect to fly here. Look at this place. Unbelievable view. Look at that. For once, I'm gonna shut up. Listen to the birds. Listen. What is happening? Wow, I feel like I'm in a jungle. Love it. Look at this guy in his throne. We're gonna do an interview. Dude, it's gonna get dark. Let's talk. So this is an interview that is 10 years overdue? Mm-hmm. 10 years overdue. Barak has been building startups and companies before I knew what a startup was. Like, I remember old school stuff with you. I mean, we've known each other for a very long time. Been good friends for a very long time. First time you're inviting me to your house, I'm just saying, man, whatever. Call yourself a friend. All right. Bottom line is, after many, many years of friendship, we finally have the opportunity to work together. But before we talk about what we're doing together, Barak, like many people, myself included, wears a lot of different hats. Trying to get us in focus because it's light. There we go. Now we're in focus. Okay, so wears a lot of different hats. Cheers. Yes, where's my wine? Yeah. Let's do that. Cheers. Thank you for the kosher wine, man. Appreciate it. First time drinking wine on the vlog. Okay, let's just talk, just so that people have context of who Barak Hachamov is. Let's just talk about your hat with Google, right? So, like, you know, we both actually, coincidentally, collaborate with Google, but you're like, I mean, you're one of the like, I don't know if I want to say founder, but you're the visionary, one of them, behind the whole acceleration program, the startup program at Google. What's your relationship with Google? How does that work?
There is a nice guy in Google. His name is Roy. He's based in Silicon Valley.
Roy Geva Glassberg?
Yes.
My boy, I love him.
Yeah, he's amazing. And like some other tech giant, Israeli is behind.
Okay, good. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So Israel is behind like building the acceleration programs for globally.
Yep.
So Roy is leading like the global acceleration program. So I know him for some times, and he, invite me to lunch, and the rest is history.
Nice, very nice. All right, so yeah, you're working with them for a long time, for years, right? Mm-hmm. You're there all the time, and yeah, I mean, listen, Google as a company is just, I think like historians and economists are going to be analyzing that company for many generations, because everything they do in the short term makes no sense, and in the long term they end up winning. That's just high level stuff. But everything they're doing with startups as a company, is nothing in it for them. They're not taking equity or anything like that, and so they're really trying to help the ecosystem, like just pure, let's call it, it's not philanthropy, but it's pure goodness for the ecosystem. So that's incredible. So, all right, after many, many years, we finally are working together. Talk to me about that. What do you do?
My day job, obviously, it's creating an amazing company called C-Tree.
C-Tree is really, I mean, we're not gonna talk too much about your co-founder Yisrael. All we'll say is he's a legend. We could say
Absolutely.
that. We can't say very much about his background, but he's a legend. And if I'm gonna say why I think this company is so remarkable and so fascinating, it's because as I've said many, many times, probably hundreds of times, every winner in tech has one thing in common: taking an old school industry and disrupting it using technology. Now, can you think of a more old school industry than farming? I can't. Now think, farming meets AI meets drones. Think about, you tell me about this. Why is C-Tree interesting to you, Barak?
So farming don't need AI or drones. Farming basically need better way to manage the business.
Right.
It's a fully analog business. Farmers are great, but they're losing a lot of money. They lefting behind a lot of profit on the ground, which C-Tree is trying to assist them to find these losses and fix it.
So,
with using obviously cutting edge technology like drones, like AI, and more.
Let's talk about trees, right? So these trees often get sick if I'm using human terms, right? And the reality is the way farmers till C-Tree, till modern day, the way they used to detect and monitor their trees was using like ladders and flashlights.
Basically losing their eye. I mean, but if you need to manage like a farm that has like 100 trees, this is work very well.
Right.
But the problem is there is a lot of consolidation and farm become bigger, and when you have like millions of trees, so basically you are blind. You don't know what's happening with your trees. You're just guessing.
By the way, my editor is going to kill me for doing it in such low light. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, because this thing now looks nicer. We should do this.
Okay.
It's much better.
Cool.
Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so the thing is that, as I mentioned before, they are left behind a lot of profit on the ground because they don't see the trees.
Yeah.
And what we try to provide them is a better way to look on the trees, which, if you mention human, very much as you have like medical records and so on. So we believe that trees desire to have similar system of records, of medical records, of productivity records, and this is for us the base to provide them a full optimization of what they do in the farm.
So one might say you're building a holistic view of the health of a farmer's trees, and basically even one might say a social network for trees.
Yeah, I mean, somehow you could, if you want, you could basically compare that to social networks and having like information or feed and profile for every tree.
Exactly, every tree has its feed.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's important to say that it sounds nice in concept, but the reality is, without disclosing too much information, number one, our investors, right? I mean, we're talking Uri Levin, the founder of Waze. We're talking Canaan. We're talking. Throw out some names at me. Hit me with some names, Barak.
Yeah, I mean top
tier dogs.
Yeah, top tier dogs.
Top tier dogs. Okay, but the list is long, but amazing investors. Yeah. 1, 2, clients and customers that are using this thing, and we're just getting started. Like the biggest names.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that when we started, people tell us, in agriculture, it takes so long to have like their revenue and get them accepted and new technology. And this is right. When you are bring like something that they don't need, it takes them a lot of time to evaluate and say no.
Right.
But when you succeed to prove like the value quite fast, the adoption is very different. And this is what I think that make us very excited right now.
Yeah. I mean, when you show them, you're like showing them the light, no pun intended with the light, but when you're showing them the light and you're showing them, listen, you're leaving money on the table, use this and you get a clear view of everything that's happening in your trees, there's no reason for them not to onboard.
When you speak the language that they understand, they don't care about data, with all the respect to all these data providers, which are all great, but they really care about profit and losses. And when you speak this language and you could highlight area that could turn their business to profitable, then they get their attention.
Yeah, I will say one thing about Yisrael, the CEO. Forget for one second his background, his dad.
Yeah, it's a combination. I mean, I think it's when obviously you cannot find in the net a lot of information about Israel because of unique background. But eventually, I believe soon people will get to know him as one of the best CEO.
Yeah, he's amazing. I love the guy. By the way, as a person too.
Of a company that hopefully will continue to grow fast.
Yeah, he's an amazing dude.
Yeah.
So, but his father, it's important to say, is kind of like the Steve Jobs of the agriculture world.
Yes, his father is, first of all, is a great person. I mean, I haven't
met him yet. But.
Yeah, he's an amazing person, and beyond that, he spent all his career in creating an amazing innovation for agriculture, from as a professor from Texas A&M to the Vulcan Institute and so on.
Incredible. All right, so listen, dude. Bottom line is like this: incredible stuff. It took you like what? How long have we been working together? 6-8 months to get on camera. But okay, this is a good setting to do it. But listen, man. Bottom line is, hopefully, we'll work together till the IPO and then following the IPO. Amazing stuff. Glad we finally are working together. It only took us 20 years or whatever. But yeah, let's kick butt, man. Excited about it. Cheers, dude. Cheers.
Cheers.
Do a cheers right
Have
here.
fun.
Cheers. Yeah, baby.
Thanks.
Barak, this was amazing. We have to do this again.
See you tomorrow.